We just elected a government that needs to attend to the development goal of our nation. That arrest, which is the agenda of the rescue mission, if you will leave that to tamper with a peace instrument, this is the reason why all Liberians who defended this nation from dictatorship and fought in the war, they are holding consultative meetings from the day Allen White entered this country. And thank God for the electronic media for exposing everything that is happening. Thank you. We cannot promote you and give you a leadership of the nation at the age of 79, and you bring in people having secret meetings with them and all of that to try to impose something on Liberia.
You think the ST is targeting you?
Listen, but it's money everywhere. You're targeting me, but the people who are listening every day, they know that you're going to go after them too. For example, the economic crime. You will go after Mr. George Weah, right? You will go after Madam Sali, right? You will go after those countries that provided the training ground, in Guinea, in Mansanta. Look, there is going to be total chaos. Even the trouble in King George, you can't solve it.
This is your government you supported?
Well, I support, but what they're doing, they're not consulting some of us. Mr. Boyka has refused to even pick up my phone because of his connection with the Allen White group, because he feels I'm a war criminal. I don't know why he feels that way. You are rich in natural resources, but very poor because of bad governance. We just elected a government that needs to attend to the development goal of our nation. That arrest, which is the agenda of the rescue mission, if you will leave that to tamper with a peace instrument, this is the reason why all Liberians who defended this nation from dictatorship and fought in the war, they are holding consultative meetings from the day Allen White entered this country. And thank God for the electronic media for exposing everything that is happening. Thank you. You and give you a leadership of the nation at the age of 79, and you bring in people having secret meetings with them and all of that to try to impose something on Liberia.
You think the ST is targeting you?
Listen, but it's money everywhere. You're targeting me, but the people who are listening every day, they know that you're going to go after them too. For example, the economic crime. You will go after Mr. George Weah, right? You will go after Madam Sali, right? You will go after those countries that provided the training ground, in Guinea, in Mansanta. Look, there is going to be total chaos. Even the trouble in King George, you can't solve it.
This is your government you supported?
Well, I support, but what they're doing, they're not consulting some of us. Mr. Boyka has refused to even pick up my phone because of his connection with the Allen White group, because he feels I'm a war criminal. I don't know why he feels that way. You are rich in natural resources, but very poor because of bad governance. We just elected a government that needs to attend to the development goal of our nation. That arrest, which is the agenda of the rescue mission, if you will leave that to tamper with a peace instrument, this is the reason why all Liberians who defended this nation from dictatorship and fought in the war, they are holding consultative meetings from the day Allen White entered this country. And thank God for the electronic media for exposing everything that is happening. Thank you.
Liberia, listen to the voice of Liberia. It is time to talk. Bringing sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to talk.
Seku Sherry say,
Liberia, listen to the voice of Liberia. It is time to talk. Bringing sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to talk. Liberia, listen to the voice of Liberia. It is time to talk. Bringing sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to talk.
Seku Sherry say,
Liberia, listen to the voice of Liberia. It is time to talk. Bringing sense to the issue for for better discussion. Secretary coming to talk. Liberia, this is the most of Liberia. It is not so tough. Breaking sense to the issue for better discussion. Secretary coming to talk. Liberia, this is the most of Liberia. It is not so tough. Breaking sense to the issue for better discussion. Secretary coming to talk. Liberia, this is the boss of Liberia. It is time to talk. Breaking sense to the issue for better discussion. Secretary coming to talk. Liberia, this is the boss of Liberia. It is time to talk. Breaking sense to the issue for better discussion. Secretary coming to talk. Liberia, Secretary coming to talk. Document to information and education. Secretary coming to talk. Liberia, Secretary coming to talk. Good information in document and education. Secretary coming to talk. From Monday to Friday, Liberia. Secretary coming to talk. From Monday to Friday, Liberia. Secretary coming to talk. From Monday to Friday, Liberia. Secretary coming to talk. Secretary say, Liberia, let the water Liberia. It is time to talk. Bringing sense to the issue for better discussion. Secretary coming to talk.
I want to salute African soldiers. African soldiers who fought for freedom. I want to salute African soldiers now. African soldiers who fought for freedom. Some are dead and some are living. Those that are dead are still fighting on. Those that are living are still fighting. Chaka Zulu, African soldier. Listen, let's say African soldier. Namdia Sikiwe, African soldier. Kwame Nkrumah, African soldier. Jomo Kenyatta, African soldier. Patrice Lumumba, African soldier. Marcus Garvey, African soldier.
No matter how long
African
Abra is,
power. Show your power.
it can never be longer than a beer. What a pleasant way to say good morning and welcome.
Your people.
Welcome to
From economic hazard.
Good Morning Liberia here on Voice of Liberia.
From political nonsense. Assessing your people. From economic fraud.
Lofa Nimba, Bong Magibi,
From political yabis. Assessing
and somewhere around the southeast.
economic jargon.
I would like to say good morning to all of you. It's good to have you. This is the weekend presentation of Good Morning Liberia.
We are still calling African soldiers. Africans.
And of course, we'd like to say good morning to all of you.
About my country.
Wherever you are and how best you go about listening, it's good to have you this morning. Listening to Good Morning Liberia here on Voice of Liberia.
Lower African soldiers.
We are live on 89.7 in Magibi County, 90.7 in Bangabon County,
Secondary African soldiers.
and other frequencies across the country.
African soldiers.
We'd like to say good morning and welcome. The name is George. I'm Josh. We're seated pretty well this morning to take it through up to 10 o'clock. Right here this morning on Good Morning Liberia. I don't know what's happening, but I'm facing a bit difficulties with our Facebook Live in here this morning. I don't just know what is going on, but a lot of issues to talk about. The former executive, or the former deputy executive director of Environmental Protection Agency of Liberia, Randall Masakwe W, the second of the Coalition for Democratic Change,
African soldiers.
has given reason behind the death of Nima County Senator Prince Johnson. We'll delve into that development right here this morning on the show.
Still fighting.
Yesterday we started the issue of this transportation
Martin Luther King, African
fares that were posted or released by the government.
African soldier.
We'll also dive into that a bit this morning.
Samurai Machel, African
Our government schools still being government schools
African soldier.
across the country. I want you to call me.
The African
I
soldier.
will give you the opportunity to call
Can I count that African soldier?
from all across and say to us as to whether government schools now are still being government schools, or they've been charging hugely, or they are charging hugely
Show your power.
from you, the
Go now.
parent.
From economic hazard.
Or if you like, how much are you paying to government schools? We've been getting report
Will you send your people from economic rubbish?
that government schools are no longer government schools.
Political. I said send your people from economic jargon. Attention, African soldiers.
And so good morning and welcome wherever you are and how best you go about listening. Welcome to the weekend's presentation of Good Morning Liberia. The name is George. I'm Josh Way. Of course, we go for this very short interlude to be back. When we come back, we commence our discussion right here.
I want to salute African soldiers. African soldiers who fought for freedom. I want to salute African soldiers now. African soldiers who fought for freedom. Some are dead and some are living. Those that are dead are still fighting on. Those that are living are still fighting. Shaka Zulu, African soldier.
And of course, welcome back to the presentation right here. Welcome back to the presentation right here. Good morning, Liberia. We'd like to say good morning to all of you. And it's good to have you listening to the show this morning. Hope you've invited someone. And let someone invite someone to listen along this morning to Good Morning Liberia. It is up every weekday at 7 to 10 o'clock. Right here on Voice of Liberia. And I'm here. Kutu Sao will join me shortly. And we drive it through up until 10 o'clock. And so this morning, our first talking point here is going to be the issue of government schools. We've been getting report that, in fact, they don't have government school now in Liberia. And this morning, we will listen to our people. Because I remember during the leadership of former President we used to have government schools. There used to be scholarship. There used to be, if you like, tuition aid. And you had government schools for parents who can afford. But we are getting report that, in fact, what was posted on the Ministry of Education website, schools are not even adhering to that. What does this mean for you, the parents? Those of you who cannot afford, or those of you who have your kids enrolling at government schools across Liberia, what does this mean for you? How is it affecting you? And I know some of you students would not want to be real, to call and say some of the things that are happening. But I know there will be some of you who will call and say the truth here. Are government schools still being government schools? And the complaint is just too much across the country. Imagine government school people putting students out. Just imagine that. Government schools across Liberia nowadays, people are putting the students out. For what reasons? If so, what's the essence? In fact, then why even say government schools? You say government schools, and you putting students out from the government schools. School administration will just sit and just decide whatever programs to get money from the students. You say project fees, the other fees, PTA fees, and all of that. Just to collect huge sum of money from the parents. Why? You have the ordinary Liberians kids are going through tough times. There are a lot of them that are eager to achieve. There are a lot of them that are eager to achieve higher education. But now, the government schools are even putting the case out. Government schools are putting the case out. And I think the Ministry of Education needs to stand up. The Ministry of Education needs to stand up. And I visited one of those schools, and I saw cakes along the campus. And I said to the other child, why are you being put out of school? He said he was put out for his fees, school fees. And I decided to walk in and speak with the principal. But unfortunately, I could not see him, and his number was given me. And I placed a call to the principal. And what he said to me was that those kids, they've not registered yet, or they've not made the requirements of the PTA. What requirements? What requirements? And in fact, some of the students even allege that they don't even call for PTA meeting. They only go and sit and decide what a parent should pay. What a parent should pay. The school administration said and decide that. There are all set of fees. They order one, they order fees, they order fees. Amen. But the question is, do we still have government schools in Liberia? Are government schools still being government schools across the country? This is about the educational sector of our country. We are into the 21st century. The educational sector of our country is going in the mud. It's going down the drain. Government, the Ministry of Education, will have to stand up. We'll have to visit some of the schools and see what the kids are going through. And see what exactly the kids are going through. They've been put out of classes. And you say government school. It undermines the system as well. When people are inherently corrupt, that's what can happen. Because you don't want to live up to the mandate from the Ministry of Education. Because you don't want to live up to the mandate from the Ministry of Education, so you sit there and you increase the fees for the kids. You increase the fees for the kids. Why? Not everyone can afford, to be honest. Not everyone will have to send their kids to private schools. And that's why the government decided to have government schools. But now government schools have increased. They've increased the entire fees. Just visit the various schools and see for yourself, especially government schools. It will interest you to know that they don't even have PTA meetings. But they will come up with flying sheet and they say, oh, they went to, they had a PTA meeting and they brought the one that did this. Are you kidding me? Where are we heading as a country? Is it that Liberian kids don't have no more right to education? Is that what this government they're telling us? Is that what they're telling us? It is about time to govern. Elections are over. One of the promises made was to improve the educational system of the country. That was one of the major promises, that the educational system of the sector of the country could be improved under your leadership, Mr. President. This is about time that you stand up. Liberian kids are not going to school, especially government schools. I'm not even talking about the private schools. Because every now and then, you get people coming here at Voice of Liberia to meet the CEO for assistance. The children being put out of the private schools. So some of the parents who don't have, even the parents who have that sending their kids to private school, they're putting the children out. Then what about the ones who don't have and sending their kids to government schools, and you still putting the kids out? What sort of Liberia are we running as a government? During the leadership of former president, we need to see the former minister, now Senator of Mike Gibby McGill. He used to go to Mike Gibby. He used to go to Bon County. Even private schools. He extended his hands there. He assisted students. But people politicize it. People say all sorts of things about it. And now the people were booted out. You booted former president, we are out. And now you brought the rescue. But see what they're doing. This system needs to be improved. The Ministry of Education needs to step in. The Ministry of Education needs to ensure that the mandate given schools administration, especially government schools, are adhered to. The kids have been put out of school every now and then. For what reasons? But this morning we will hear from you, Liberians, as to whether the fees prescribed by the ministry, whether it's just the money you pay into the schools. What if that's just the fees you pay into the schools? Because my understanding is, according to the information from the Ministry of Education, senior students are to pay 3,000 Liberian dollars. Junior students 2,500, and the elementary, they are grade level, pay 1,500. The kindergarten $1,000. But is it been adhered to? Is that the fees you're paying for your kids in government schools across Liberia? Looking at the economic of our country. I'm not even talking about universities. I'm not even talking about colleges. Because, in fact, our one University of Liberia here, every now and then is off. Every now and then. They open for 1-2 semester. When they close, that 3-4 semester will pass. But the government of Liberia needs to revisit her strategies. Liberians, the ordinary Liberians, they're going through a lot. The people can be striving to get food to eat and sending their kids to government schools, and you got some of you who are chasing after your enrichment. All you're chasing after is to enrich yourself. And you sit there and be putting the kids out of school. It is wrong. The PTA, the Parent Teachers Association, they've become very corrupt as well. Almost all of the government schools, these people, they go in cahoots with the school administration. Just to steal from the ordinary people. And so at the end result, if you don't even meet the requirement, they put you out of school. That's what's happening. That is what's happening now in Liberia. Especially in the rural places. Especially in the rural places, these people are getting rich at the detriment of the ordinary people. And this is wrong. We think it should stop. Why people will be inherently corrupt in such form and manner, even at the detriment of the ordinary people who cannot even afford a day to eat. But they take their $5, want to invest it in their kids' education, and you got people there putting them out of school on grounds that they did not meet your expectation as a school administration or one PTA who just go sit overnight and they just decide to read whatever they want to read on one flying sheet. Are you killing me? Where are we heading as a country? Where are we heading as a country? Where are we heading as a country? And this needs to stop. Or else very soon we'll start calling the names of some of the schools. Very soon. It needs to stop. This system needs to be improved. My major concern this morning is the educational system. It needs to be improved. There need to be action taken against some of the schools administration or administrators. If action are not taken against these people, it will be a serious problem. That's why I sit and listen to people when they say, oh, especially parents or school administrators. If you interact with some of the administrators, they will tell you that the enrollment this year is low. The enrollment is low. How would the enrollment not be low when you people are there and damaging the system? You've increased the fees of the government schools a day that the ordinary people can't even afford to send their kids to the government school. You've increased the entire thing. How do you expect the ordinary people to get their kids enrolling at the government schools nowadays? So at the end result, you always complain about the low enrollment. That the enrollment is low. And this needs to stop. The mindset people have in this country that it is our time needs to stop. It needs to come to an end now. We cannot have a country that even a little man want to corrupt the system. Even a kid, if he's given the opportunity, he want to corrupt the system, or he or she will want to corrupt the system, or will be very corrupt. Why? Why Liberians, especially instructors, school administrators, why are they increasing the price, especially government schools? Why are they increasing the price on the kids? Why? And I think this needs to stop. Let me take this break to be right back.
African soldier, Jomo Kenyatta, African soldier, Patrice Lumumba, African soldier, Marcus Garvey, African soldier, African soldier, show your power, show your power and free your people now. Save your people, save your people, save them now from economic hazards. Save your people from.
And so the cash giveaway is open. Dial star 799 star 90 hash OK. And play with just $200 Liberian dollars, and you stand a chance to win 20,000. We're giving out 20,000 this morning. And so all you need to do, you need to just pick your Lone Star CLMTN mobile phone, dial star 799 star 90 hash, play with just $200 Liberian dollars. And of course, you stand a chance to walk away with 20,000. Star 799 star 90 hash, play with $200 or $1.50. And of course, you stand a chance to win yourself 20,000 Liberian dollars. We're giving out 20,000 this morning on the show. Star 799 star 90 hash. Okay, and play with $200, and you stand a chance to walk away with 20,000 Liberian dollars. This is wrong. You cannot have one government school overcharging. And people sit there. If you go to schools, they want to shift blames on the PTA. They say, oh, the PTA, they had a meeting with the kids' parents. Are you kidding me? But go to the kids, even the parents are complaining. The parents of the kids are complaining that things are tough, they don't have it, but the schools continue to increase their fees. Then what's the essence of even calling the schools government school now? Why are you even calling those schools government schools? When you've increased the fees, parents can now afford now to send their kids to school. So at the end, the kids won't go to school. The enrollment at the various schools will be very low, especially the government schools. It will be low. Because you've gone in cahoots with the PTA, you sit there, you corrupt the system, you increase the fees for the parents to the extent that the parents cannot afford to get their kids going to the school. The mindset of Liberians need to change. This mindset that whatever government that comes to the leadership, or that comes to leadership, is that time to enrich themselves needs to change. The system nowadays have become very corrupt to the extent that even the little man, once he's given a little job, he wants to enrich himself. So the first thing he begin to do is to corrupt the system. And if this continue, there are a lot of people, a lot of children who will see them in the street nowadays selling. In fact, a lot of them are even now in the street selling because now they don't want to go to school, right? But the fees now for government schools, they've increased the entire thing. So at the end, the kids will get in the street. They'll have to get in the street to go and find something to eat. Because they don't even have now to go to government schools. Schools that should be government schools now, you've increased the fees. You've increased the fees at the detriment of the ordinary Liberians. And so keep playing the cash giveaway, star 799, star 90 hash, star 799, star 90 hash. Play with $200 and win $20,000. We're giving out $20,000 this morning on the show. Star 799, star 90 hash, star 799, star 90 hash, star 799, star 90 hash. Okay, play with $200 Liberian dollars, and you stand a chance to win 20,000 Liberian dollars this morning. And so we want to hear from you, parents. Those of you that are sending your kids to government schools across the country. It said that the mandate given by the Ministry of Education has been adhered to. It said being adhered to. Let's take few calls. 0770-907-907-907, 0770-907-907 is the number to call. 0770-907-907, 0770-907-907 is the call line. Let's go to the line and pick this first caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Joa.
Yeah, good morning. This is George, not Joa.
Oh, sorry. I'm Francisco Macrado joining from Canada, Monrovia this morning.
Go ahead, from Central Monrovia. Let's hear you.
Thank you for your elaboration you disclosed to the public. You know, on the setting of the, you get me?
Yeah, go ahead. You are live. Go ahead.
Yeah, you know, most of the cases that, don't forget about those cases that set it on the street. So what's about the case, the blind people case?
Children, so.
And you understand what the government can see, means, and see about the blind people children? Because the children that are having their parents to beg on the street, they are not in school. Because, you understand?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, they are not in school, my brother. So most of the cases too, some of them, I can say that didn't want feeding their family now.
Because they are in the street. You see them all in the street, all along the
street.
On the
street, yeah, they don't want feeding their family. Because in the morning they will go and share and the little profit that they will generate, they will bring it home, and their family will find to eat. And it's bad, my brother. The government has to find solution for these things, my brother. Thank you for your presentation, man.
Thank you. 0770-907-907. This is wrong. The government needs to stand up. The government needs to stand up. Oh, you think the people made a mistake to have elected you as the leadership of the country, especially President Joseph Boakai? That's how you feel? Good morning.
Good morning, Josh.
Good morning, sir. What's the name and from where you call?
This is Jonathan calling from the Oro.
You call from Oro. Go ahead, sir. Let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you for the show this morning. Very interesting.
Yeah, just lower the volume of a receiver, please, sir. Please.
Yeah,
go ahead. You are live. Let's hear you.
Yeah. You see, we have a social welfare aspect of it, but the social welfare aspect is not working now in Liberia.
No more.
If the social welfare were working, Then we see the black people children to be in school. Even said the black people will not be in the school all over. But the social welfare aspect is not at all. You see, they even said when the oral said we are at the government school, said some of them they are not in school, so they are not even said pay, so they putting them out. So it's very, very frustrating. Thank you for the show this morning.
Thank you. And I think even the disabled people, their kids have the right to go to school.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Let's hear from this person from this end. Good morning.
Good morning, Brother Thomas. Good morning this morning. How are you?
I'm okay. What's the name and from where you call, sir?
Yeah, my name is James Wade, and I'm the chairman of the Veteran Assembly in District 16 Nikuta. Thank you for your deliberation this morning. It is very unique and in place. You know, one thing my mind goes to concerning this government, you know, look at our state-run university.
Good morning. Okay, I think you will read our numbers, please. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. What's the name and from where you join us?
Okay, this is CDC Defending Giant Abenigo Nathan. I do call from Congo.
You following? Let's hear you.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your exposé this morning, and thank you for the energetic providers on your platform. Look, our current education system this is with deformity and deflate. Now, how can you allow the governance of the education system to be governed by someone who spent 2/3 of their life in the United States? Now, Joe Biden made the whole education system to be nasty and dirty. Now, this lady cannot provide any suitable means to the educational group of this country. Now, see what is happening. Now, the education system is being prescribed to the schools that they should amount to a specific fees. And at the end of the day, that fee is being violated. People are quantifying the fees on a daily basis. Just imagine, my son who was born 2021, and went in the kindergarten. Now, I pay almost $200 US. Just imagine. Now, if you go out at the end of the day, there are no credible reasons for going to be giving you. Now, see what is happening. Joe Walker, I can remember, history told me that these old men were corrupt during the dual administration. This old man was corrupt during the Emerson administration. So now you see corruption now, it is a clear citizen within the government. So you see it will be difficult. Thank you for the time.
Thank you. And I think this needs to stop. Why even the essence of having PTA? These are the people that sometimes can get people disappointed and you want to say bad thing. They think it hurt. The Liberian government, the Minister of Education, you need to stand up. Liberian children are no longer in school. Liberian children are no longer in school. Government schools are not even government schools nowadays. Government schools are not government schools no longer. And I think this needs to stop. Educational authorities needs to step in. There should be a monitoring team or system that will be doing follow up on some of these things or some of the schools. You do follow up, visit some of the schools, especially government schools. The kids are not being put out for genuine reasons. Why? Why people will be treating Liberian students as if to say they should be the one taking, school administrator responsibilities. That's why you have the government to pay these instructors. Good morning.
Good morning, brother. Good morning. Once again, this is James Wade, chairman of the Veteran Assembly from District 16, Nikuta. Thank you for your deliberation this morning.
Go ahead. Let's hear you.
specifically look at our state-run university. You know, if children go to school 2-3 weeks, there will be a problem. They will be out of the school.
Sure.
2 months, they'll be sitting down home. You know what is going on? If a child go to school 1 or 2 weeks down for 1 month, 2 months, the brain is deteriorating. Whatever they are accumulated, so it's deteriorating. And if you go look at the background, they are just a problem that government can solve. There's a little problem between the school administration and the teaching staff. But in no all of these things. Secondly, if you look at our, international students, that during students that actually on the outside, yes, some of them their boarding fee are not being paid. The school fee they can't pay these fees there. You understand? To the various school that the students are on, all scholarship out there. You see, it becomes problem. They are complaining down there. So what is the government? People only there to enrich their pocket, or because they get their kids, in the diaspora, they're attending Google schools or all this kids what happened locally. They don't care. And they forgot to know that we are the ones that employ them. It is our taxpayer money that keeping all that giving this money. So the insurance needs to look back to us. Just to put relativity is in place to make it, to conduce the atmosphere. So our children too can learn the best way. Look at that among nation on the west coast. Look at the other west coasts around us. You see how far they are going. We are stuck, but our people are not looking at all this. So why do we have a government? Come up, you cannot solve it. But every now and then you're attacking one another for corruption. They want to eat 1.2 million. They want to eat $2 million. They want to eat $3 million. Why say you can't solve the problem? The country is going down drain. What would be a time we get a government that will seek the interest of the common